Hey guys, I'm Teppy. This is my first video on this channel, and I want to today briefly talk about what makes someone confident and how we can apply that into our everyday life, both public and private. The first thing I'm going to address is that confidence is not loud, at least not the type of confidence that stays. One just simply doesn't need to tell everybody why they have a strong self-image. It's not necessary. It's the quiet type of confidence that ends up being the most noticeable in the long run. Okay, let me give you an example. While I was working on finishing high school in my early teens, I did not care what anybody thought of me whatsoever, because I knew I was fulfilling my purpose and true potential at the time. This was an extreme scenario though. Looking back on it, I realized I took it a little bit too far. I wasn't keeping up with my appearance. I was working far too late into the night, far too late into the night, and therefore had a terrible sleep schedule. I wasn't eating the best, and therefore I just wasn't prioritizing my well-being in general. But over the past year or so, I've been focusing on building better habits alongside doing education, and I do feel a lot better because of it. People started noticing how pleased and at peace I was with myself. And some even became a little bit bitter towards me because of it. People started envying me, although some were a lot more efficient at hiding it than others. I still have that same double-edged confidence that I had from school and my proper lifestyle, and it has helped me push myself so much farther, because now I know how much potential I have to unlock. I'm aware of it. This brings up an entire different discussion on confidence versus arrogance. Confidence, in my view, is centered around your actions and what you do, dictating how you present yourself to the world and how you view yourself. Although not necessarily the outcome of the actions. Yeah, because you can't control what the actions end up doing. You can only control what you put in. One has to learn how to let go of things sometimes that don't end up transpiring or working, even if it would help them in the long run. I find that when you tend to chase things, especially people, things or people, you tend to not get what you're working so hard to get. An example of this would be how you treat people versus you wanting respect from them. It's very, very different. They're not even opposites. They're two completely different fields. So you have to treat them differently. Oh, you appear to have a little bit of dust on you. There we go. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying about egotism. A lot of people will probably agree with me on this one. I found arrogance and egotism to be most prominent among people who either are not kind-hearted or have a relatively low self-image. When someone has a low self-image, they tend to not have very strong personal actions to qualify their worth, so they put on a defensive mask and try and get their worth from other people's praise. That's why if you try and help a person who's suffering from this, they'll become quite hostile and agitated. If you question a person suffering from this as well, this similar thing will happen, because you're cutting off their sense of accomplishment by removing your praise that you're giving them. You don't need praise. Nobody needs praise. You just need to know that you're enough. And that's all you need. You could live your entire life with nobody wanting to talk to you, and you'll still be smiling, because you know deep down that you are enough. And people just aren't recognizing you. And that's okay. Let them live it. Let them live their entire life knowing that they misconceived you. So, how does one become more confident? There's been a lot of methods out there. You've probably heard of many of them. I'm going to give you my perspective on it. I have a strong reason for putting in effort where I choose to put it into, paralleled by a developing sense of purpose that I have. The reason I say developing is because, let's be honest, us as humans, we don't have a 100%, yes, this is my calling on this earth, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. No. Things change. People change. Circumstances change. And your purpose now may be very different from 20 years later, 20 years past. Anytime. It could change. Like, yeah, it could change. Mine could change. Mine's changed in a year. Here's the most important point of this entire video. You have to have a genuine feeling that what you are providing to the world is benefiting both yourself and something outside of yourself. That way you can have the whole holistic benefit. It's benefiting me, it's benefiting them, it's benefiting the earth, nature, whatever. Then you have peace in your actions and you know that you're not constantly overthinking. Because overthinking is the hidden killer of confidence. You're so wrapped up in your own head, you don't even realize everybody else is all wrapped up inside their own head. It's insane. The human psychology is flawed. It's absolutely flawed. So cut it out as soon as possible because it slowly chips away at your confidence without you even realizing. Okay, I genuinely need to stop ending sentences on a high note because then nobody knows that I'm stopping. Okay, that's something for me to work on. Something for me to work on. Find something today for you to work on and try and implement it. Become a better person every day if you're able to, because see, that just lights me up. That brings some confidence and more self-worth, and without it being egotistical, because I know I can do better. I know that I can end my sentences on a low note. That sounded much better. Act like the person you want to become, both in behavior and habit. But I repeat, I emphasize this, do not change your behavior for the purpose of getting other people to praise you. That is not going to work well. Well, it might for the first 2 months, 3, 4 at the most, and then it will crumble. And then we'll be back to square one. You don't want to waste 4 months, do you? No, I wouldn't want to. You should start to see a change in how you view yourself once you find this type of confidence and you make better habits. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Once I found this type of confidence, this unshakable type of positive self-worth and self-improvement, it became a little bit addicting. Okay, it became a lot addicting. Very addicting. I am motivated every day I wake up to prove my worth to myself by keeping these habits I've built. Although across all context, it might not be the best thing because it could turn negative if your situation turns worse. So probably positivity is the best way to view it across all context. This clarity has made me not even recognize my past self from a year ago. That's how much I've changed as a result. I hope this made your day just a little bit better. I'm going to be posting more around the topic of self-improvement and positive discipline. So if you want to tune in and listen to what I have to share, please consider subscribing. It'd help a lot. Also, one last thing. Can you do me a favor? Smile. You're looking too serious. We're only on this earth for a limited amount of time. Might as well make the most of it while we can, right? Alright. Talk to you guys later. Peace.